I've been to a few of these conventions, and every convention has its own feel and energy and issues. This one, there's been a lot of discussion about how we bring other folks in to make us a broader movement, and that's really a dynamic discussion. And I in particular really like the prosperity, looking at it as lifting everyone up, and we're all doing it together. I really like that.
I think that this has so far been a very exciting convention. We're, in a sense, breaking the mold. We're reaching out in our ideas of who should be at the table. We're expanding to our coalition allies, our friends, and trying to create a new labor movement excuse me, that anybody who's a worker is welcome at our table. And I think that's a fundamental change. I think it's a change that needs to be made, and I think the time is now, and I appreciate the AFL-CIO's leadership in making this historic change. So I'll be taking that back to Minnesota to basically putting in practice of what I've learned here at the convention.
I was pretty nervous being in there because this is my first convention. And I've been in the labor movement since 1983, but I never went to an AFL-CIO convention. And the moment of my whole deal is when I hugged President Froemke, and I wore one of his shirts, and it was just a lot of fun. But there's a lot of good things happening. There's accountability, which is a big deal for us. I like that resolution a lot. I think the accountability, the big piece for the accountability is we need to start organizing. We need to get out there. I've been an organizer all my life, and I want to help.
I'm really excited about the community partnerships. Workers are workers, whether you're in a union or not. We're all part of the 99%, and so we all need to work together. I'm really excited that our new resolution coming out of this convention is going to allow us to partner with untraditional organizations and come together with common goals, raising the minimum wage, making sure that there are family-sustaining wages for all families, health benefits, sick days, things we all want as workers.
I would say the other, to me, really striking event that's taking place is the degree to which the American labor movement sees its future tied to immigrant workers in the United States, and that the embracing of immigrants' rights in the United States is going to be so critical to the rebirth of the labor movement. And as a result of that, I think the convention is taking a big step forward.
If we're just a small slice of all American workers, then we can't even help ourselves, much less anyone else. Recently, the Executive Board of Council 5 has decided to fund a worker center, a brand new worker center in the St. Cloud area, St. Cloud Brainerd area, because there's a whole group of new immigrants doing agricultural production work who are being treated and exploited in a horrible way. And if we can build up those connections to these workers, then we create the conditions for ultimately organizing those workers and hopefully having collective bargaining relationships. We've been strong backers of Working America. We've funded them to do projects with us, and we've just given them assistance for general funding so that they can have a permanent canvas operation.
Being a young worker, still working at a low-wage job, I have a bachelor's degree from the University of Minnesota. Not being able to move out of these jobs, find a good job, feeling like I have economic security, I feel like that is slipping away from me, just as it is for many people in this country. Working America and the AFL-CIO are in full support of getting the minimum wage raised in Minnesota, so it'll be really exciting to see that get accomplished.
Well, when we get back to Minnesota, the first thing I'm going to be doing is sitting down with the United Way, and we're going to be talking about the minimum wage campaign. We're hoping that with the United Way, we can pull together other partner organizations that maybe there's a labor movement we haven't thought about working with before, but the United Way has. It's a way to bring all kinds of organizations to the table to work on a common goal, and I'm really excited to be working on the minimum wage campaign with these new partner organizations.
Raise the wage. We are concentrating on it in a big way. When I get back, we're going to be pressing. I have 4 separate assemblies, and we need to embrace those communities in those assemblies. And we need to start looking at those community allies. And because the minimum wage is a big deal.
We are adding partners, more and more partners every day, because we want a good minimum wage in Minnesota. So we've been doing that work, and we will continue to expand, we hope to expand the number of coalitions that we have.